trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat, vengeance makes me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Will this rise? I will see justice rise. Fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. I will see justice rise. I will see justice rise. Took my kin. In this rage I now begin. Live for ages, watch them fade. Smoldering ruins that God's made. In the darkness I grow strong. I'll make right what once was wrong. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Fate. Every god will meet their fate. Immortal pain, intense and raw. I'll break through the trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat, vengeance makes me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Will this rise? I will see justice rise. I will see justice rise. Justice rise. I will see justice rise. I will see justice rise. Once a hero bound by light, now a shadow in the night. Trickster's curse took my kin. In this rage I now begin. Live for ages, watch them fade. Smoldering ruins that God's made. In the darkness I grow strong. I'll make right what once was wrong. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. In my hands I hold their fate. Every god will meet their fate. Immortal pain, intense and raw. I'll break through the trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat. Vengeance makes me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Will this rise? I will see justice rise. In my hands I hold their fate. Every god will meet their fate. Immortal pain, intense and raw. I'll break through the trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat. Vengeance makes me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. I will see justice rise. I will see justice rise. Once a hero bound by light, now a shadow in the night. Trickster's curse took my kin. In this rage I now begin. Live for ages, watch them fade. Smoldering ruins that God's made. In the darkness I grow strong. I'll make right what once was wrong. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling.
So I'm welcome in, everybody. I'm just gonna preface this by saying that I'm watching a friend's stream in the background, got an ad, and I just want to share this because I think it's funny how fucking weird it was. Um, it was like a college student bumps into someone and like it seems like this sweet moment, then like realizes like, oh, I smell bad. Goes on Amazon, orders a stick of deodorant. Like on the thing, it's a single stick. And like let me stress this. It was a single stick. And then they get the package and huge box. How damn big is this stick of deodorant? Because I don't even think I go through that much deodorant in a year. I've never even seen bulk deodorant in a box this big. Like, it was the size of my torso. I'm frog blinking right now because my eyes are fucked up. Hold on. Contacts are fucky right now. Hi, Pengu. Welcome in. I hope everyone's doing good. You just joined me talking about how this girl was like, "Oh, I need deodorant." Well, goes on Amazon, orders a single stick, receives a box the size of my torso. I don't even think that I used that much deodorant in a year. A stick of deodorant lasts me a good while. Am I just using deodorant wrong? Sorry, I just went on a whole ass ADHD tangent just to talk about deodorant. I'm sorry. God, I'm stupid. My brain is smooth. Okay. I have an Amazon account, but I've never bought anything off of it, Lamau. Would you like some money to buy stuff off of it? Hmm? You want you want something to buy off of it? Don't you dare. Don't I dare what? Don't I dare what? Tell me. Don't I dare what, radiation? Hmm? Hmm? Trying to figure out how I can like hold my hands in a way that I can still do the puffed cheeks without fucking my speech up. Cause when I puff my cheeks it does this, like, and I want to be able to talk with it because I can. Let me. Okay, so right now I'm like squishing my cheeks. We are not. We are not. We are not going over this again. Going over what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to give my friend some money so that he can buy himself some nice things. All right, let's continue. You know, I'm not comfortable accepting stuff from people. Okay, so the solution is that because I am a people, what I will do instead of giving you the money is I will hand it to my little homunculus that lives underneath my bed that has never known sin, and I'm gonna hand it the money and go deliver it, and then it's gonna scurry off, and then it's gonna arrive in New Zealand within several months because of how far away that is, and it's in its grubby little hands is gonna be $200 cash that I stole from an ATM, and it's gonna hand it to you. And because it's not a people and it is a creature that is known as a homunculus, it is going to not be you accepting money from people. It's gonna be you accepting money from homunculus. Okay, wait, radiation. I just need to ask, do you know what I'm referencing when I say the homunculus thing? Because if you don't, I need you to know. burn in hell.
We'll try to forget I just saw this.
Mr. Clark, leaving the Little Hope police. I'm not getting into my money-related mild trauma on stream, bro. Damn. Anyway, here's some money. But do you know about the thing of like the homunculus that a dude keeps under his bed? Leaving the Little Hope Police Department yesterday. A line has been drawn under the tragic... I'm going to read that in a second. Under the tragic case of the Clark house fire, onlookers watched as Anthony Clark, the only survivor of the blaze, was released from the police. Thursday afternoon, one onlooker said, "That poor boy, he must be going through hell right now." The Herald approached Mr. Clark for comment, but he has not... Okay, and that gets cut off. Blamed Clark, who was found with a box of matches in his hand. Oh, this is the start. That story at the start. Okay. Let me pull up that thing that I'm referencing, Radiation, just because it's so fucking funny to me. Okay. This is a Tumblr post, and I am reading it word for word. I'm not Christian, but I do believe in the power of prayer. For this reason, I keep a little homunculus in a dog crate under my bed, which I have raised as a devout Catholic. Whenever I want something in my life to change, I poke him with a stick, and he clasps his grubby little paws together and starts chanting in Latin. His prayer is all he's going through because he has never known sin. Some of the replies, which I think are great. One person is with a crying emoji went, "What the fuck?" The polar opposite of Full Metal Alchemist. He has not known sin, but you sure fucking have. Someone replied, "There's nothing in the Bible against this, or at least not in the Bible I'm giving my homunculus." Okay, well, I also have a homunculus, and all he's ever known is sin, and I'm putting him in there when you're not looking, so he can recite various atrocities, and they are also slowly falling in love. I've never read the comments. This is fucking amazing. Tumblr really is. It's just a website of all time, isn't it? It is a website. God, I can't breathe. I didn't know about the comments. The only one that I saw was someone pointed out how the fact that so someone joked about the fact that because because he's never known sin and therefore his prayers always go through, it's like having a good Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, don't mind me. Walking in the mystery tunnel. I can't see fuck. Oh, okay. It's one of those. Got it. Hi, Void. How you doing? If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say one of those, if you ever seen one of those movies where there's like this wall of fog or something that's trapping you in place, and like you try running through, you end up on the other end. That's what this is, where if I walk down that tunnel long enough, I just come back out this way. So I can't, you can't leave the town. You can only go basically where the fog is telling you to go.
You see that?
Drinking an energy drink. It's called Merica Pop, and by God, it tastes like chemicals. If anybody's ever wondered, like, what does Prime taste like? This. Chemicals. It's disgusting. I'm drinking this solely so it doesn't have to go to waste.
No one in the
I had to do.
Still draw breath.
I had to fucking gather every ounce of fucking will in my body to not spit energy drink all over my fucking setup. God damn this game. I'm gonna kill someone.
You must die.
Who are the devs of this goddamn
Not
game?
even
I'm
your
gonna
wife Amy
fight
was
one of them in a
spared.
fucking
Lost
Waffle House
associates.
parking lot.
Damn me if you must. You're not fit. Speaking of my late wife.
There is still fight in you. I must drive the devil out for the safety of everyone here.
Oh, no, what is saying?
Joseph,
So,
do you renounce the devil and all his teachings?
from what I understand, this is a real way of
the devil.
realistically it's torture, but I believe that it was actually treated as
We have to stop this.
an interrogation. Can we help him?
Get away!
You give me that! Look! See how this poor child is tormented. Joseph still clutches her with the devil's hand. More stones! The devil
So-
must be crushed from within him.
I don't know if it I don't know if it's
Do
true,
not
but
flinch.
apparently
The fate of little Orph
during like
rests
the
in your
Salem
hands.
witch trials, a guy was killed like this for being accused of being a witch, and his final words was more weight. Okay. Taylor's was a scorched corpse. Angela's was wrapped in chains and dripping water. And I forget your name.
We're screwed.
Was full of like this spikes
There's
from
no
a
way
fence
out from this
post.
nightmare. We don't have a lot of time.
Time for
The
what?
shit they did to people that they thought practiced witchcraft was genuinely messed up. Oh, absolutely.
John! What are you doing?
I can't get away from this thing. You
Sledgehammer!
I'm not going the same way.
Are you crazy? We gotta move!
Beat his ass, beat his ass, beat his ass!
John, please hurry!
So, oh wait, Angela's saved! That achievement just gave me the pop-up that says we saved Angela.
Fucking ready!
Where am I hitting it? Where am I hitting it? Okay, so she's not safe. What the fuck do you mean saved Angela? Head, head, head. Bonk. Bonk.
How's that feel, fucker?
What am I going for? Ching!
It won't open.
Kick that shit open. That was great. Bonk!
Get inside!
Okay, I gotta be ready to aim for his head. What? I nearly spilled my fucking drink. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. So, it is so unclear where I need to aim, and God, it raises my blood pressure
Like
so much.
now! This thing is only interested in me! Get out of here! Go!
Apparently that saved John.
I'll hold it back!
You can get away! Escape! I did! You don't have to do this!
This is stupid! Get out of there!
Hi, Piku. Welcome in.
Is it gone?
Excuse me.
I don't see it anymore.
It's gonna punch through that, isn't it? This shit is intense. How do you think I feel? Some of these quick times like have me genuinely like feeling my blood pressure spike.
Something here is
Like
emerging.
I feel like my stomach drop during some of these quick times. Like this game is so good at making me so fucking scared. Okay, I want to look up the thing I mentioned. Okay, so I looked it up. I don't know how to say his name. I actually looked it up, and this is apparently the guy's name. If you guys want to look him up and find a bit more details about him, apparently he was being interrogated on accusations of being a witch, and was being interrogated in the same way that John's like doppelganger was in that flashback where he's being crushed by stones. He didn't answer and said more weight and then died, which I think is insane. Is it zombies? Is it demons? Hard to say, honestly. Okay, I found the thing. After 2 days, Corey was asked 3 times to enter a plea, but each time he replied, more weight, and the sheriff complied. Occasionally, someone would even stand on the stones himself. Apparently, he also yelled, "Damn you, I curse you and Salem." I don't know if it's whatever it is, it's something really freaky. So, like, some stuff points towards ghosts, some stuff points towards demons, some stuff points towards zombies. Oh, we got another thing. Premonition, that's it. Who the hell are you? She was new. I actually don't think I've ever seen whoever that was. I guess watch out for someone rappelling down a cave. child. I just realized I think I'm blocking the entire view of the child. Some of these angles are really hard to see what's going on because of the fixed angles, but I don't mind it because it does give this game a very interesting like cinematic feel as if you're watching a movie. That looks like something, but I want to explore a bit.
They don't notice me at all. They don't care.
Is that the kid? Oh, what's that? Oh no, it's back. So that one is after, I forget his name, one of the others who died. His past self, like his doppelganger. His doppelganger version died by being pushed off of a clock tower, I think. No, a bell tower, that's it. He got pushed off a bell tower and then landed on the spikes of like a metal fence at the bottom, and now that monster version of him is full of those same spikes and is using them as a weapon. Can I interact with this? Thank you. Oh no, who's here now? That's the one after John. So the one after John and the one after this fucker are here. The one after Angela, I haven't seen yet.
You hear that?
I did. Can only be the girl. Let's go find her.
Hey Jester, welcome in. So
she's in here.
I do want to say, chat, I have no idea how long this stream is going to be. I should have said that sooner. No idea how long this stream will... Ow. No idea how long the stream will be. Because...
Andrew?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second because it's coming together. A lot of this is coming together. Hold on. I don't know how long the stream's going to be, because these games tend to have a 4 to 5 hour playtime. I think I went for 4 hours last stream, and I don't know how close I am to finishing it. This stream could be 1 hour, this stream could be 3 hours. So I don't know how long it's going to be. But I want to keep the gameplay of each game separate, so I will probably end when I finish this one. No idea when that will be, though. But also, Jester, thank you for pelting me. Hope you're doing good. Why?
I was about to confess all to the judge.
No, wait.
You protect me. You must.
Wait, this isn't right. No way.
I assure all gathered here today that our town will be free of the devil's grasp. Together, by God's grace, little hope will prevail. My word on it.
This court is hastily convened, but with good reason. If we are to finally rid ourselves of the evil which has
I'll
infested
probably
the
fall
law,
asleep
then
within
we
the next
must
20
act
minutes
today.
now. Me too. Fair
I
enough.
accuse you, Mary, of witchcraft. What say you, Reverend?
The evidence, as discovered through my investigation, is beyond question. Mary uses her puppet as a familiar to summon and serve the devil.
We have been deceived by a child, by her guise of innocence. This puppet was mistakenly used to denounce Tabitha, but it has always belonged to Mary and Mary alone. She allowed
I
her
think it's
own
the
kin
Reverend.
to be executed as she watched in silence.
That is not so. Liar!
Now this tainted child, this creature of Satan, has the marrow to accuse me, a man of God, of wrongdoing.
There's a lot of me
Whatever she
screaming.
pulls,
I don't
do
know.
not fall for her little girl act. She may be a child, but there's no doubt she means harm. She's malicious.
It was never my intention to bring harm to this town or its people. Can you not help me?
What can I do? If I could do something to stop this, I would, but...
Now in her hour of greatest need,
I don't
this
see
child
how.
of the damned pleads once more for the devil's help.
I beg the court's indulgence. Please guide me at this time. I seek your counsel. No question there's something very wrong here. Right in the heart of this place. There can be no doubt that Little Hope is afflicted. That darkness has taken hold of our town.
There is not a man or woman here today who does not already know the devil is in our midst. The sole purpose of this court is to remove evil, not indulge it further. Our time is not for wasting.
Listen to what he's telling you. Mary's the one to accuse.
How do I make my decision? If I am
I'm
wrong,
scared that I'm gonna regret
condemn the
this.
innocent to die.
Destroy the doll.
The only way I can see out of this is to get rid of that damn doll. Destroy that and the puppet must be cast asunder. Maybe this all goes away. It is the cause of Mary's affliction. It holds her in its thrall. Destroy this puppet. And the devil
black.
will depart
I'm
Mary.
used to loudspeakers.
She will be restored, an innocent child.
What the fuck did I
Reverend,
just read?
Burn the puppet. Destroy it.
We must not act in haste. The girl must face the full consequences of
My
her deeds.
authority is not
Wait, I'm
for
sorry.
questioning.
You're
Do as I ask.
urging that this kid needs to be punished, and it's like, destroy the doll, then we'll be fine. And it's like, we must not act in haste. I think that you're the bad guy here, fucker.
You've done everything you could. Whatever happens, it's not your fault.
That is how I talk. I just was not honest. I just was honestly not expecting to read
figured that if
I am
the doll-
black. I'm used to loudspeakers.
And then that would be the end of it.
You made the right decision. There's no way you could have known what was going
Wait.
to happen. Let's just get out of here.
I just played into it, didn't I? In the flashback, the modern version of that girl caused a house fire that caused her whole family, including her, to die by putting the doll on top of a lit stove, and that looks like it was just a repeat of what happened with the doll being burned and then spreading to the rest of the building. History is repeating itself. I fucked up, didn't I?
What's up? You okay?
That child won't be troubling us again. This is over.
Is it over? Please tell me the stream isn't just 40 minutes long, please. Thank you for the head pats. Are you kidding me? Okay, I might actually just go play the other game.
I'm real sorry. I know it wasn't your fault.
Ow.
Both of us been through some real tough time these past years. About half a mile or so, there's a diner with a working phone. You call for help and you leave this place.
So, wait,
Don't you
Vince
ever
was
come
there!
Ain't nothing left here for you.
Okay, trying to remember everything. So, Andrew was in the house when the fire happened. Everyone in the family was killed. He was accused of it because he was holding a thing of matches in his hand when one of the neighbors came to figure out what the hell happened.
I'm real sorry for what I've put you on.
And Vince, I guess, was there during the funeral.
We've all had one hell of a rough night. You more than anyone.
That's gonna haunt me forever.
You're not alone here.
Take it easy on
We've
yourself.
all been through
You know
hell.
that, right?
We're finally getting out of this hell.
Blame yourself.
What?
I just wish we all could have made it.
What?
We're diverting all traffic through Little Hope. You okay, buddy? You seem a little confused.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to get these folks to where they need to be.
I doubt a short delay will trouble him too much.
Oh my god. So this whole time,
Can everyone just shut up? This isn't helping us find help or getting us out of here.
oh my god.
Hi there. How you doing?
So this whole time,
Excuse me, but we're looking for our bus driver.
What?
Have you seen him?
Yeah, that's funny. Sounds like you could use a drink.
Better not, thanks. Need to keep a clear head.
What the hell is going on in there?
Get the hell out of here!
I'll go once I look you in the eye. Now let me in! Hey!
this entire time,
I don't think he gets how bad a mess we're in.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got completely sidetracked. I am so sorry. The way that this game started, was that bit at the start with the bus driver, and it's like we're going through Little Hope, and it's like I gotta get these people to where they're going, and he cuts through Little Hope, the bus crashes, and then it goes to the house. You're going around talking to people, and things are happening, and then Megan, the little girl, she puts her doll on the lit stove, causes a house fire. Everyone inside except for Anthony gets killed. And he was being accused of like being the cause of it because he was holding the matches that he used to light the stove the entire time. And then when like he runs inside trying to save anyone that's still in there, big explosion happens, and then he wakes up and he's like next to the bus, starts talking to like his professor and his classmates, and he's trying to get the hell out of there with everybody. But then we find out after he makes it to the diner, he was alone this entire time. No one made it except him. He was completely on his own this whole time. There was no bus driver to look for because he's the bus driver. So this whole time, Anthony's been completely alone, just hallucinating these people, going, like, trying to make it out, thinking that he's with this whole group of, like, 5 other people, but no, he's not.
That's it. Game over. You're done. For now, at least. You could always try again, see if you can get a
Everything was
different
for
result.
nothing. I guess so. Oh my god, that ending was
Impressive.
insane.
Almost survived intact. Almost. And you eventually found him. The bus driver. Maybe he can now put the past behind him.
This is the curator. If anybody hasn't seen these games, this guy tells the stories that happen in these
Until
games.
we meet again. Maybe in the Arabian desert. Maybe somewhere else. But we will meet again. At least one more time.
So, is he deaf? Truthfully, I'm not certain. The next game is House of Ashes. Oh my god, at one point they sold a plushie of the curator.
I am death, none can excel. I hold the key to heaven or hell.
Okay, I'm gonna mute this. I'm muting that just because I'm pretty sure this is copyrighted music, and I would like to not get this VOD muted and be allowed to post this to YouTube. Because if YouTube detects that there is music playing, if YouTube detects that there's copyrighted music in a VOD, it'll immediately tell me I'm not allowed to post it. Anyways, I'm gonna head to bed. Good night, peoples. It's more like a Final Destination, if that makes sense. So he's... Do you... I'm assuming you don't mean like the movie Final Destination. I'm assuming you mean like right before you are dead, like kind of like going to purgatory. Is that what you mean, Jester? Yes. So I'm not certain who the curator is, and I want to wait until I finish the games to look it up in case there are spoilers about who or what the curator actually is. Because from what I understand from this game, there is some power that is above him, because in this game he said that he's not allowed to give me any hints, and like towards one of the first cutaways, where because between certain events you meet with the curator, And in this one, he's like, I'm not allowed to give you any hints, remember? And later he says that he was permitted to give one hint. And asks if we want it. I decided yes, I do want the hint. Fucking gimme. And no, there's one that like stuck out to me. And I don't even know if it meant anything considering how this game ended, but it's something like every sinner has a future, every saint has a past. And then looks at the camera and goes, she's just a child. Because this whole time you're being led up to believe that Megan, or the past version, Mary, was the villain, that she was this horrible, evil entity that was manipulating everyone. But then that makes you, like, second guess it. Like, is she actually the reason why everything is going wrong? Or is there someone else at play? I have a random-ass friend request from someone on Discord, and going off of their profile picture, I'm pretty sure that that's AI generated. So this is probably a bot. Or a jackass. Could go either way, really. I remember asking someone on Discord for like tech help with my old computer. They started rambling about a bunch of shit that I did not understand, and I said, I don't know what that is. And instead of explaining it to me like any other person who would help with computers would do, he's like, well, you should. And then wouldn't explain it to me until I asked 3 more times. And then in the most bitchy way explained it to me. And then I noticed afterwards that he had an AI generated picture of a car. Yes, Piku? You like spooky games? Yes, I do. I like some spooky games. Like if it's just nothing but like constant jump scares, I am not gonna be a huge fan. But this was a lot of fun. I played a bit of Poppy Playtime, but because the rest of the chapters cost money, I haven't played them. Maybe when I have the money, I'll like go back and do like a full playthrough of all the chapters, and maybe like replay, because I don't remember most of that game. I think it's funny that they have a plushie of the curator from these games. I'd imagine it's not. Yeah, it's limited edition. It was a makeshift plushie. It's free and short, and you should play it now on Steam. Give me the name. Grab your hands. Gimme. God, so many people worked on this game. It's insane. Hamster Chef? What, Go-Go Hamster Chef? This doesn't look like a horror game. This just looks like a random-ass cooking game. Trust? Okay, I'll trust you. Trust the pickle. Oh, yeah, this game's less than a gigabyte. I'm fine playing this. It already is downloaded. I clicked install and then it downloaded. If anybody's curious why the if anybody's curious why the maths kept going on and off, right now the 1 key is... Oh, this is the trailer for the next game, I guess. Wait. That looks like the girl from the premonition in the last game. Did they give me a premonition for the next game? We're playing that next week. Not next week. We're playing that, I think, Friday this week. But, for now... Okay, so... That looked like the same woman that was, like, rappelling down the cave and then fell to her death in that one premonition. But we're gonna be playing that later this week, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. But yeah, let's open up this game. It's called Go-Go Hamster Chef. It's called Go-Go Hamster Chef. Oh, that's the game that I'm hearing. Let me look this up. Go-Go Hamster Chef playtime. It is 42 minutes on average. Go-Go Hamster. Listen, I know 2 things. Creepy games and free games. And you know what? I respect that, Piku. Such a scary game. Such a scary game. So I'm trusting Piku. Ah, this is loud. Hold on. Wait, is the only way to change the settings to go to the main menu? Oh, there's nothing for the volume. Okay, I just get to suffer. Got it. Okay, let's turn my volume down a bit. Should I try doing like a squeaky voice for this? Like, dude, another day, another dinner. You know, I'll make a simple salad. I've got all the ingredients right here on the floor. Right here on the floor. We don't use plates here. Yummy ground food. With a little preparation, this can be a gourmet dish. If I need to stop this voice, please tell me. Just cut this up at the cutting board. I don't know why I felt that he's making so like angry. Everybody knows the first part of using a cutting board is to choose a recipe from the recipe list. Chad, if I need to stop doing this, please, love of God, tell me. I feel like I am being so fucking stupid right now. Alright, Betchy, you're gonna get it! I need to shut my mouth. I need to just shut my fucking mouth. I need to stop being on the internet. Why do y'all watch this? Why do you guys watch this? No, keep going. Oh, it's literally up and down. I need more. What, like just the high-pitched voice and then just a random like angry voice every time it's in all caps. I just have to press the correct buttons. I learned my cutting technique from the great chef Stinkyfoot. This is so stupid. Why do you guys watch this? Like, thank you. Thank you so much for watching my streams. Like, dear God. Like, I feel like I am being such an idiot right now. I can hear his voice in my head even now. He used to tell me, now cut up the other ingredient from the recipe list. My ingredients are prepped. Now it's stove time. The best salads are made in stoves, don't you know? What the fuck am I playing? Okay. Stove. Chef Stinky Foot once told me, with different appliances, you can make different things. Now I can finish my simple salad. This is so bad. Because I have nothing better to do and you're funny. Voila! One simple salad! I feel like the more I do this voice, the more I delve into the world of, like, Filthy Frank with this voice, I'm gonna be honest. A humble meal for a humble hamster. My mouth is watering. Bon appetit, me! Ring ring, it's me, Hopper, from down the road. I was just scooting by on my way home, then smelled something good cooking in here. Actually, my grandpa, Hop Pop, is feeling a bit under the weather. That salad would restore his fighting iron spirit. Can I take it off your hands for you? I can tell by your stunned silence that the answer is you betcha. Well, I'll be waiting in front of my house. That's for you. Bye. Oh, what is this one? Enter village. This, I mean this in like the most like compliment way that I can possibly mean it. This feels so much like either an old computer game or like a game I would play on like the early days of the Nintendo DS. I was kind of jazzed about eating this salad myself. Oh well, it's good to be neighborly, I suppose. I'll take my scooter over to him. I parked it just up on the road. Ride scooter. Now I'll chew some pavement with my hog and get there in no time. To get to Hopper's house, I just need to follow the indicator. I am so sorry that this is what chat gets to be subjected to today. All right, how do I get off this? Jump, shift. Oh, right click. Give simple salad. You brought it! Hop Pop will love this. What should I do for this? Having a friend like you in the village sure is swell. Even though that was a huge inconvenience, I feel inspired to use my cooking skills to help more people. Maybe I should start my own food delivery service. Yes, I've given this a lot of thought. I'll do it. I don't need to eat today. I am stuffed with entrepreneurial spirit. I'll head to bed and get started with my new business in the morning. I'm so scared to see how this becomes a horror game, honestly. Because apparently this is scary. I don't know how, but apparently it is. Ah, shit. It's hard to turn this thing. Oh, don't mind me. Just random ass flashlight. Where's my bed? Oh, in the kitchen. Got it. Look! My first real order popped up on my phone! I can always look there if I need to remember what I'm making. I don't have any more ingredients for it, though. I bet I can find more ingredients sitting around the village. I genuinely don't know if this voice is at all funny. I'm gonna trust that you guys find it funny, but if it gets annoying and I need to stop, say something, please. we got ads incoming in less than a minute. I'm sorry I did not say something sooner, chat.
My mouth is stuffed.
I like to keep my ingredients in my handy dandy fridge. Ingredients in my fridge can still be used in appliances. Okay, so I need that and that. No, not. I need the lettuce. Then use stove. Oh no, I have to chop it, right. Oh, that's what I meant. I didn't need to go grab it out of the fridge. It's just in there. Okay. Deliver simple salad to what did that say? Okay, so I'm not blocking it. Deliver simple salad to Benjamin. So Benjamin is this way? I don't know what voice to do. Thank you for coming all the way up here. Give simple salad. Yes, I suppose it's close enough to what I ordered. Take care now. That's all the order's done and dusted. It's gonna be night soon. Let's head home. I see 2 carrots there. I'm gonna come back for those in the morning. That's just ahead of them somewhere. Can I just yoink it from my scooter? No, I can't. That would've been funny. Let me just drive by steal this lettuce from someone's yard. Can you imagine someone on like a scooter, like person on a Vespa just like does a drive-by and robs someone's garden, just like grabs like a whole fucking plant from their garden? Two more orders today. Huh, Hopper wants me to make him fries. I think I can make those with the deep fryer, but I might need to find some more ingredients around the village. Okay, so what I'm doing, not what I wanted to do. Deliver simple salad to Benjamin, deliver fries to Hopper. Okay, so cutting board. What do I need for fries? Diced potato. I can make diced potato. What potato? Okay, so fries are made, and then I need. Oh, I have what I need. Never mind. And then use the stove salad. Thank you for the head pats, Jester. Oh, that's what the up and down thing means. It goes between those. Okay. Yeah, because this is a shorter game, I might just like after stream and start editing this down into a longer video to post to YouTube, because I've been wanting to do that, and doing this might be a easier way to get back into that. Hello, old friend. What's this? I believe I ordered a fries. Oh, that's what's wrong. Give fries. Whoa! You brought fries. To be honest, I thought I was ordering flies. Oh well. You're pretty amazing. This is such a simple game, but honestly, it is very fun. PQ, thank you for suggesting this. This is actually kind of fun. This is entertaining. I probably stole his Vespa. Do you think I will win the Best Garden Award this year again? I don't even know who else would challenge me. The quality has fallen off a bit, hasn't it? I suppose it'll do. Huh, now Benjamin wants carrot stew. I would need onions for that dish. Onions don't grow in the village, though. I should go and talk to Hopper. I bet he'll know where I can get some onions. I was sorry for it to be all caps again. God damn it. So while I can, I'm gonna stop here and then go grab these. I also like that he just got the salad and then is like, yeah, I'm gonna order some carrot stew from you. Fuck you. Like, okay, so I gotta go talk to Hopper about the shit. I was about to say, wait, I was about to, like, go out loud and go, like, wait, did I pass Hopper's house? No, I didn't. It's right here. It's like I love about the design of Hopper's, like, dad or grandpa. Thursdays is now PQ suggests, and Doc has to play a creepy game I suggest. You know what? Sold. Onions? Yeah, I know where to find onions. You gotta leave the village. And there just happens to be a hole in the wall behind my house. It's usually guarded, but even a guard needs to sleep sometime. Hop Pop told me that he used to hang out back there when he was younger. Before... Anyway, you'll definitely find onions back there. But be careful, Hop Pop seems afraid of that area. Onward! Jesus, how far back is this shit? I entirely passed that shit. Yeesh, it's dark! There's a strange static sound in the air. Let's just get those onions and get out of here. 4 onions. Should be enough to last me. I used to hide in holes like this when I was a kid. I bet I could still fit in if I needed to, as long as my cheeks weren't too full. Don't like that. Where the fuck are the onions? What the hell was that? Shit. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm gonna get these onions. What? Scorb! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome, Raiders! I'm Dr. Resurgence. I'm an immortal moth VTuber, and I own the Flaming Moth Tavern. Raiders, if you're hungry or thirsty, please grab a snack or a drink if you're tired and not stay to raid and run. But of course, if you would like to stick around, then please feel free. Oh, I just realized I didn't update the game. Hold on. Update that. I'm not answering that, Sap. Fuck you. I know this show. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you, Aiko, for the hydrate. Here, right now, we just finished the game Little Hope, which is in the Dark Pictures anthology. And now, by the suggestion of Piku, thank you for the headpats. And now, by Piku's suggestion, we are playing Go-Go Hamster Chef, which, as I have learned, is a horror game. I don't know when it's safe. You know, what happens if I just run at it?
Drink your water.
So don't walk on those things. Got it. Where are my goddamn onions? Oh my god. Well, that was terrifying. Thank you for the hydrate, Scorp. I'm supposed to get onions for this food. Look, this sucks. I know this sucks, but I should really get those onions, so I never have to come back here again. I think I should just kill the rabbit that demanded this shit that involves onions. Where the fuck are the onions? That's a really good question. I hope everybody's doing good. Who all do I see? Sky, Scorp, Sap, Coyote, Mistral. I hope that everybody is doing very good, having a great day, having a good time. Is that an onion? Yoink. I'm doing decent today, at least. I was watching a video of your stream, Scorp, but I did have to disappear because I had my own stream to do, but I did hear about what happened, and I'm very sorry to have heard about it. Also, chat, go support Scorp if you can. I just realized that we never did a shout out for you. I don't have, I keep forgetting I don't have mods active right now. So go support Scorp if you can. Give him some support, some loves, like some money. Go get Scorp some nice things. What, do I need another onion? I thought I just needed 3. So I think... Alright, 4 onions! That should last me a while! Time to get out of here! Okay, so I'm assuming that... as long as I don't bump into any of the stuff that would make noise, I'm safe. Phew! I never knew something like that was behind the wall! I need to rest. My heart is beating so hard. Benjamin's order. Can wait until tomorrow. I honestly just keep doing the voice just because I think it's funny. If anybody needs me to stop with the voice, tell me. This is kind of just a dumbass joke I started doing, but if it gets annoying, tell me so I can stop. Where is my house? There's my house. Who lives right here? No one. It is the EP time. Okay, what do I need for carrots? Not carrot shroom stew. Is it carrot shroom stew? It just says carrot stew. Oh, it's right there. I'm an idiot. Okay, I need diced onion and diced carrot. Chopped carrot, whatever. Ba, ba, ba. And carrot stew. And now to go. Give Harris. This is mine now. Hopper wants a stir fry. That needs mushrooms. They don't grow in this village either. I'll talk to Hopper again and see if he knows where they'd be. God, this is... If I have to go back into the hellhole that was whatever that was, I'm gonna cry. Why is there just an abandoned picnic table or like picnic blanket and everything over there? He's gone! My hot pop! I told him where you found the onions and he got so mad. I've never seen him so mad. Next thing I know, he rushed off back there. I hate to ask, will you go look for him? He might be near the water. Please bring him back. Oh, great. Fuck my life. Hop Pop came out here? I hope he's okay. This place is dangerous, and he's, like, really old. I should check for him near the water. So I think that I'm fine as long as I don't walk into any of the stuff that would make noise, like the branches on the stumps and the piles of sticks. Huh? It's mine now. Oh no! Hop Pop! I knew it was dangerous out here. Poor guy. Wait a second. Hopper said he left today, but this body looks like it's been dead for months. He's even got mushrooms growing out of him. Mushrooms? I do still need some mushrooms. I shouldn't let them go to waste. Well, this is fucking morbid. I just got the achievement, Fresh Produce. Discover some well-fertilized ingredients. Corpse shrooms. Scorp, you want some corpse mushrooms? Ah! Oh god, it's gonna get me. I don't have a I don't see a hole anywhere. No. Damn it! Ah. Did I at least keep the mushrooms? Can I keep them? Man. Hop Pop, I need to tell Hopper. I hope he doesn't take it too hard. Oh, I can't go back. Oh, I do keep everything. Yippee! Wait, then what's the point of me hiding? You're back, but where's Hop Pop? No, you're mistaken. Hop Pop can't die. You don't know him like I do. He can't die. He didn't die. He'll be back. He always comes back. Should I try doing like a Springtrap voice? Like, he always comes back. Just you wait. You'll see. I'm disturbed by whatever the hell that can mean. So, I'm not sure if I should sleep and then deliver the stir fry to Hopper, or if I need to do it right this moment. What I do know, however, is I have the mushrooms. I got the corpse shrooms, as we are calling them now. Stir fry. Diced onion, diced potato, diced mushroom. Alright, diced mushroom. Diced onion. And diced potato. And then stir fry. Love how it's like pitch black outside and they're just standing outside waiting for their food. Like they have nothing better to do. This feels like a more disturbing version of DoorDash, because I feel that if you were to like be delivering a DoorDash order and then the person that ordered is just standing like on their porch waiting in like the dark, this would be probably pretty fucking scary for the Dasher. The sound is bothering Hop Pop. He's so mad. Hop Pop is so mad. He is so mad. He won't stop screaming. What? So I'm assuming he doesn't want the stir fry right now because he isn't. There's no prompts for me to give it to him like the other times. So I guess go back to my house, sleep, deliver it in the morning. Sleep. Wow, dishes with mushrooms sure are popular today. Good thing I grabbed all of these while I was out. I just hope no one asks me where they came from. Let's get to work. Okay, so the stir fry and carrot shroom stew, which needs diced onion, carrot, and mushroom. Okay, so we're gonna deliver the, not what I meant to do. We're gonna deliver the stir fry to Hopper first, and then we're gonna go to Benjamin and deliver him his order. Probably gonna grab that carrot that I just saw on the way back because I think that I just used my last one. Hey, how you doing? When you listen really closely to the static, you can hear music. Well, that's morbid. I don't understand. What is this? Oh, I fucked it up and gave him the wrong thing. Oh, this? I ordered this. From you? Oh, okay. I believe you. I will eat this. Are you some kind of eldritch being possessing the body of a mortal creature right now? Like, why is the concept of food confusing you? You've ordered food before, man. Give me that carrot. Because Benjamin's probably going to be a bastard and be like, I just ordered from you, I'm going to order again. What are you people listening to down there? I've been hearing static sounds all through the night. Is this what you consider music these days? Give carrot shrimp soup. itchy, tasty. That's all the orders done and dusted. It's gonna be night soon. Let's head home. No orders today. That's odd. I hope everybody likes my food. I hardly know what to do with myself with all this free time. Maybe I'll take a walk. Alright, I guess we're taking a walk. Hello? It's me, Benjamin. Thank you for the food. I liked the food. I want food now. Come to my house. No need to make food. It's my treat. See you soon. And everything has like fog and the borders are... I've got a bad feeling about this. I better stay alert. The borders went gray instead of black. Oh hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Ah! It's like you had a deadly premonition. Rim shot. Thank you, Kosha. And, Piku, thank you for suggesting this game to me. I won't be able to sleep tonight. Okay, what if I just do this? Because I do go slower in reverse. Truthfully, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. My house, maybe? Ah! Oh, what the fuck? Ah! What do I do? What do I do? I'm actually confused because I thought I was supposed to escape him by going to my house. I did go to my house, and then he proceeds to break in and kill me. That also gave me an achievement, by the way, which was, knock knock, get a visit from a friend, and to mislead me, it's seemingly just normal Benjamin. Some of the other achievements, I'll be back, leave him wanting more, crop collector, collect all of the veggies in town, 1-up, someone is feeling much better now, and it's a picture of Hot Pop, don't like that. 1-way ticket, go the wrong way and try to return. Why not try to leave town? Is there a way out of the town? Okay, wait, where is the way out of town? Is it that way? It's that way, right? I just realized that Jester just said live as what I'm supposed to do. Gotta find out. Pedal to the metal. Thank you all for your words of advice. We're gonna repeat what I did last time. So, okay, here's what we know. I can't go inside my house because then I get whatever the hell you want to call that demon. I can't run from him on foot. I can sort of outrun him on the Vespa. Just stay on the path, 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 just stay on the path. I'm fine, everything is 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 fine, everything's fine, it's 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 fine. I'm not in danger, I'm not in danger, I am calm, I'm fine. Everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay. Oh god, I regret playing this game. Piku, what did you do to me? Why did you do this to me? What did I do? What did I do to hurt you? Ow. Oh no. Oh, what the fuck? What is this now? Oh, it's a fucking minigame. What's for your slapping, buddy? Is it just dodging? I'm fine. I am totally, perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong. I'm alive. I'm okay. Okay, this, whatever the hell this Eldritch monster is, used Hyper Beam. That breath's not great. I'm assuming that the vegetables are an obstacle. Time to eat! I was supposed to be getting them this entire time. Oh my lord. What do I throw it at? When do I throw it? I mean, no! Am I doing this wrong? Mistral's true form. Mistral, are you present? Can you confirm is this what you actually look like? I truly do not understand. Maybe I'm supposed to throw it when it's like about to fire at me like that? it is! That is when I do it, because that hurts it. Okay, okay, I got it, I got it. Oh, but it looks like I can't stock up too much, because I think I'm slowing down. Yeah, Piku, please give me more. This was fun. This is like a good way to have like chill, not chill streams, like more simple streams, like something to do, because I have actually been running low on game supply. That was close. Is that it? I'll be back. Leave him wanting more. Oh, is that the end? Oh, the determined look on the hamster. That dog is weird. And that was Go-Go Hamster Chef. Oh my god. Hamster Chef will return. So, that was Go-Go Hamster Chef. It apparently released in August last year. And, tags for this game: cooking, adventure, cute, horror, life sim. So, we can either have Piku suggest another short game to play, or we can raid out. I have more. Okay, I'll do like 1 or 2 more of these, and then we'll raid out, okay? So, Piku, gimme. Can't see it, but I'm doing grabby hands. Like gimme. Easy Delivery Co. I see the demo for it. And because it's less than a megabyte, not a megabyte, less than a gigabyte in size, it's downloading almost instantly. And so, easy delivery code demo, pop that sucker open, and let's get game capture ready to capture this here game. Delivery code demo, game audio, that, where is it, there it is. Mothman, there's no need to feel down, I said Mothman. Is it capturing? I have it up. I don't see if it's capturing or not. I don't think it is. Oh wait, there it is. Alright, play. Start. $0. Noon. I think that's noon. Are you a moth? Yes. 6 a.m. New mail, congrats. New mail jobs. Congratulations! We at EasyCo are pleased to inform you that you have been hired as a valued EasyCo delivery driver. You are now responsible for delivering important EasyCo merchandise to and from the local businesses in insert profit sector. Please note that any reported delivery error will result in immediate termination. Have an easy day. Oh, let me look at the other one. Please note, all EasyCo delivery drivers must select and confirm jobs using the job selection software. Payment will be provided upon verification of completed deliveries. Use of this software for purposes other than EasyCo Business is strictly prohibited and will result in immediate termination. Have an easy day. Open the job selection job selection software by pressing Tab, Select, or by pressing the icon on your EDOS interface. Okay, new mail camera. What about a camera? Change your driver area pressing C your left stick. Oh, I don't like that. Trying to go? I'm confused. Is it back this way? Left shift is map. Greetings. The new guy. I heard you were doing deliveries now. The gestures are... Please tell me it works. Hold on. Okay, yeah, let me zoom in a bit so you can see. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with normal streaming, but there it is with my eye. where I'm delivering it. Double jobs that. Start that bitch. And then right here. Hi, how you doing? Howdy, whippersnapper. Are you the new guy? You look so young. I remember back when... Golly, here I am yammering. You be careful now. No, I want the package. Give me the fucking package. Is this beer? I like how I've delivered 2 packages. Where are they going? Down the goddamn road. Oh wait, I think the package pickup is back this way. I'm gonna come back to you because I think there was a shop up this way that I want to check out because now I have money. Greetings. You're not buying anything? Oh, I have to buy shovel, birdseed. Oh, okay. I thought this was like I could buy like upgrades or something. Get in. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. There is such a strong temptation to find out if anything happens if I run someone over. Why am I delivering pizza? What the fuck is this company? And now my cat wants attention. Baby, my child, my little furball. I'm trying to work. And I'm working both with streaming and with delivering packages for below minimum wage. Not on the keyboard. Luna just looks all comfortable, like looks like she's half asleep, flops onto half of my keys. I don't even... Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, several different expressions are triggered right now. That's because my cat decided to plop her ass right onto my damn... Is that it? Good. OMG, you're playing as Luna. Am I? Oh my god, it is. Yes, Luna. Yes. Can I help you? I think that she's mad that she's not getting pets because she just nudged at my hand. Even she's like laying on top of my hand and then starts nudging me if I don't pet her. Shit. I don't want to lose the pizza. I went in a goddamn circle, everybody. Trying to like smack it back into place by driving enough. Sweetie. This map's confusing. goes like half the pizza. There goes more of it. Where am I supposed to go? So if I go right, there's big thing of snow. Big thing of snow, so I can't get that way. If I try going this way, you done cuddling? You got your like 10 minutes of cuddles out of me for the day, and now you're done. Thank you. Am I just stupid? Am I missing something? Or is this actually just the end of what I can do? No, fuck it. Let's just try going down the hill. Nope. We buy a shot. Oh my god, that's... Thank you, Piku. I think that this has just emphasized how goddamn stupid I am. How do y'all put up with me? I feel like that was just a new level of stupid that I didn't think I could possibly reach, but I just did. Gonna leave the pizza. I was gonna grab the shovel first. Don't worry, I did. I went and got the pizza. Okay. Controls. Drive. I'm not gonna drive full speed. I'm not gonna go full speed ahead to find profit. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go full speed because I know that that means that the pizza will get knocked off, and I don't want to lose the pizza because I know that if I were this guy and I got my pizza delivered and they were missing like half of the pizzas, and I was like, "Hey, where's the rest of my pizza?" They're like, "Oh yeah, I lost it while driving here." I would probably be pissed. Okay, so I can only do this a bit at a time because of the weather. Also, what was that one? This one. You may have observed the beautiful weather and landscapes of insert profit sector. Just a friendly reminder that we encouraged our delivery drivers to always stay in or close to their assigned EasyCo delivery vehicle in order to maintain optimal operational efficiency. Have an easy day. I honestly thought this was going to be some kind of bullshit about we have decided that you guys can handle this cold and you're still going to be out here delivering. Because honestly, that feels like what I was about to say. Just You guys can handle a bit of cold, right? It's just like it's like below 20. Can I drive that? Not the brakes. Okay, I'm starting to see it. So then God, it's such a long fucking way. Is this game meant to test my patience? Is this like a trial to determine like if I'm worthy of something? Because like, good God. Driving, make a minimum wage. I can't tell if that actually smacked the pizzas back on top or not. Do-do-do. Are we almost there? No, we're only halfway. God damn it. Night? Yeah. Let's left, because then we can save some time. Right? Yep. Don't want to lose any pizza. Sorry, I'm sorry to whoever's receiving this pizza. You're receiving it several hours after you probably expected it, but I blame capitalism. What do we got in here? Stuff I can read? Not for sale, come back in the full game. Lantern, $60. Energy drinks. Wait, hold on. Not for sale. Come back into fucking colon 3. I didn't see that before. God damn it. Actually, let me buy an energy drink because my character's energy is low. Welcome to Easy Mart. That'll be $4.75. Have an easy day. That is a pricey ass energy drink. Is right here. Hi, how you doing? Oh yes, of course. And then just spawns this from hell knows where close. And where am I taking this bitch? Ah, down the road, like usual. This fucker could have just walked and set the package at the fucking doorstep. That one's gonna be a pass. Okay. Fuck it, let's do this one. This way. This way, I think. I hope. It's me, Twin. Thanks for this. I heard you're doing a bit of a deal delivery guy. Maybe my twin has seen him. Was that like 4 things of beer? So I'm pretty sure I can actually drive it. I was about to say, I think I can drive at a reasonable speed. I think that's a sign that I should not be driving at any speed above a mile an hour. Oh, that was close. Should be getting close, right? Oh, shit. No, we're fine. We're good. Doing great. still only halfway there because of windy ass roads. God damn it. Almost are we? Almost there. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't truly know. I don't know if this game has like a legitimate ending or if it's just what I'm doing right now and that's it. You know, Piku, do you know if this game has like an ending or is it just what I've been doing? That's what I'm thinking, but honestly, no. I can't move. Thank you for the posture check. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the? No. Nuh-uh. No. No. I'm not fucking with this backrooms bullshit. No. Just put Luna in the chair. It's her stream now. Have fun, Luna.
Okay, I'm back. I actually just left to go to the bathroom. I have no idea what happened while I was gone. Why am I in here now? What the hell happened? Before we do anything, let's grab energy drinks. Oh, wait, where is it? What the... Damn it. I guess we're gonna go back to the fucking back rooms. I'm confused. So, Piku, question. The fuck did you just... Are you subjecting me to? Can I shovel this? Oh, I can't. Did I litter? And we're already down 2 packages. God damn it. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this job and then I'm gonna finish stream. I got sent to that one place twice, but I also have no idea if I can do anything there because I got spat out the first time. I missed what happened. I got spat out the second time. Missed what happened the first time it happened. So we're just gonna. Can I please? We're just gonna go do one final job and then we will find someone to raid to. Alright, so just because I really don't know what the hell I'm even doing in this game anymore, we're gonna call it there. Let me see who I have that we can raid into. If anybody has a suggestion, I will happily take it, because I don't know who out of my usual options to raid is live. So I will happily accept a raid suggestion if anybody has one. Piku, do you have a raid suggestion? Alright, we're gonna raid silver. Discord, socials, merch, not merches, merch. Alright, and then there is the raid message. I want to say to everybody, thank you all very much for watching. I hope everyone had a great day. Hope you all keep having a great day. I had a good time playing these games, so thank you, Piku, for the suggestions for the 2 games. I'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. EST playing some Siege with Kelby. Hope to see you all there. And that, the Flamemoth Tavern's closed for now, everybody. Good night.